Hi, how are you? My name is Pete, and in this quick video I'm going to show you the brand new DLC track ZiKZ 612H Mastadon. So how you can get it? You can only get it by buying a new DLC that's available as an add-on depending what platform you're using. You just go to the add-ons for Snowrunner and you will find the new DLC called the Mastadon. Now in my case it costs €3.99, but obviously if you use different currency it will show a different price. Unfortunately this DLC is not a part of any of the year season pass, so if you really want this track you have to buy it separately. Now once you purchase the DLC and you install it, the track should show up in your track storage and you can pretty much use it straight away. However, if you want additional one, you can always buy it. You need to make sure that you're in the Russian region of the game, and then you can buy additional track for 228,400 credits. So let me quickly show you what kind of add-ons you can install on this track. So first of all, you have 3 engines to choose from. Now even if you put the strongest engine onto this track, it's not the fastest track in the game, it's not the slowest one. I didn't test it, but it feels like it's a little bit slower than my favorite ZiKZ 605R. However, it's not the worst because it doesn't seem to slow down that much when you're trying to get through the mode. Now the gearbox is pretty standard. You have a special, you have a fine tune, and you have advanced special. I always go with the fine tune, it's one of my favorite gearboxes. Now the suspension is only stock. It is a little bit of a problem because as you can see the nose of the truck is pretty far out and it might cause you a little bit of an issue when you're trying to get up the steep hills. However, it's nowhere near as bad as it is on Addons 73210, especially when it's stock one. It is, however, something you need to keep in mind when you're traveling with this truck. Now it has a decent enough selection of tires. You can go with the all-terrain, off-road tires, mud tires, and it also has chain tires available as well. It has normal selection of the winches. It also is able to have the spare wheel with it all the time, pretty much no matter your configuration. Now it only has 2 options for the snorkels and it doesn't come with one as standard, so you need to buy one yourself. And that brings us to the frame add-ons. So it has the usual big crane, it has the logging crane as well, it has a standard flatbed, the normal service add-on. It only has a short logging frame for some reason, even though it's clearly enough space here to fit the medium one, but for some reason it only allows the short logging frame. It's also able to mount the seismic vibrator as well as the standard sideboard bed. Now what's unusual about that sideboard bed is you can actually install it and you can equip the loading crane with it, but what's unusual is that the loading crane, as you can see here, is at the back of the truck, which makes a whole lot of difference when you're traveling with the trailer. It's so much easier to load the cargo onto the trailer and onto the truck when the loading crane is mounted at the back. Now apart from that, has the usual fuel tank option as well as both saddles, high and low. And one unusual add-on that it has long sideboard bed, which allows for 3 cargo spaces. There is one downside to that add-on, however, which I will get into a little bit later. And lastly, it has fire tank, which allows you to carry 2,500 liters of water. Now when it comes to visuals, it has the standard sun visor. It also has savior, which is that metal body strengthened thing. I don't know the proper term for it, I'm sorry. It also has trunk repair supplies, which is actually very good. I always like where the trucks are able to mount that. And it comes with 150 repair points and 140 liters of additional fuel. You're also able to mount additional spare wheel. However, first you need to mount the savior. Otherwise, it won't allow you to mount the additional spare wheel. And then it has 2 different kinds of fog lights. Now with the front bumper you only have 3 to choose from. I like the middle version the most. And then you have the standard horns and double beacons to choose from. It has 3 exhausts to choose from, including the stock one, and it actually has 2 different model of rims available. However, first you need to change the tire. So once you change the tires, you can go back to the rim menu and you're able to choose between them too. Lastly, it doesn't actually have any special DLC painting, however it does have the usual color options, and on top of it, it has pretty unique camo options as well, and there is actually 5 of them to choose from, so I'm sure you'll find something that will work for you. And that brings me to the downside of the new long sideboard bed. and that is the fact that once you equip it, you're not able to use any of the trailers. It will just always say that installed add-on blocks the trailer attachment. However, the good news is that once you equip the normal standard sideboard bed with the crane, you're still able to attach the trailer, which makes this truck really useful in my opinion. Now when it comes to performance, I would pretty much place this truck in between ZiKZ 605R and the Azov 64131. So in my opinion it is a little bit better than Azov, however it's not as good as ZiKZ 605R. So if for whatever reason you don't have access to 605R ZiKZ, I would definitely recommend you to think about that DLC, because that truck is a really good truck. Now I hope you find this video useful and it did help you making the decision whether you want to buy or not this DLC. If it did help you in any way, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.